Hey everyone, it's Cowboy Clown. If you've been wanting a longer mini video, here you go. I was trying to squeeze in as many Halloween prompts as I could, so I've got 2 full minis for you. The Halloween prompt is going to be candy. For the class, it's going to be a sorcerer. Then from my main list, the random prompts are going to be a biome and a shape. We got a bamboo forest and a pentagon. I'm going to make a dwarf today. Again, I'm starting with the scene. I'm trying to build the forest first. They don't have bamboo trees. In hindsight, I think I wish I used a staff to represent the trees because they're a lot straighter than these sticks I enlarged, but I'm going to do my best to make them look convincing. I really wasn't sure what to make of this character at first. At first I settled on like an explorer, but once I saw that hair, it became a lot clearer of what I wanted for this character. So I'm making that wild hair even crazier. Hero Forge doesn't have candy, so I'm making it out of these magical spheres and leaves. And I switched up the bamboo tree leaves. I think they look better like this. She's a sorcerer, so I'm sort of doing like an evil, creepy witch hiding in the trees, summoning candy, if that wasn't clear. Obviously not very practical if you wanted to print this because there are flying parts, but it looks really cool. I knew the coloring on this was going to be tricky because bamboo trees are kind of this yellowish green, but then candy wrappers to me are very bright and colorful. Not that they can't be that same shade. And there's the pentagon. I always forget that I can give them long nails, so of course I had to give her some claws. I ended up going for this tacky, classic Halloween coloring with the oranges, purples, greens to blend between the trees and what I wanted for the candy. Just trying to get into the Halloween spirit, I guess. Again, these decals are going to help blend everything together. I do wish that there was an option to lower the strength or opacity of these decals, because sometimes I feel like they're very overbearing and they completely change the color when I kind of want it more of like a dusting. And you can play with it somewhat. I'm putting a glow under the pentagon to show that it's a magical glyph of some sort. Making her face even creepier. Alrighty, our creepy sorcerer summoning candy familiars and hanging out in the bamboo forest. I tried to make 2 other minis and both of the videos did not save. So I'm just going to show you the result and you can ooh and ah at the final product. This one, the prompts were a cleric ghost. The 2 random prompts were plane and flower, and I got the abyssal plane and a larkspur. So I had to make this freaky portal to the plane behind this cleric who's caring for the larkspur. I really like this one. I'm disappointed that the video didn't work out. The next prompt was a demon barbarian. So I made a tiefling. The other 2 prompts were spring and a nose. The nose sort of got overshadowed. You can't quite make out the detail. I would have explained it more in a video, but this was the result. I made her like a floral great axe and she's out in the rain. Alright, moving on to the one that I actually recorded successfully. The Halloween prompt is jack-o'-lantern. I'm thrilled by this. Another barbarian. Then we've got clothing, random clothing, and a random body part. For the body part we got tongue, and for clothing we got a poncho. And ponchos are difficult because I usually think of them as being transparent or translucent, which is a hard thing to display in Hero Forge. But I'm going to give it a go. I guess I never specifically said that the jack-o'-lantern had to be alive, but of course I'm going to make it. I wanted to give him a hood for his poncho, but it just looked so stupid. I'm going to make the sword off to the side. I wanted to do a great sword, and I kind of played around with things I could add to it. I feel like people make really cool weaponry, and that's not exactly my strong suit. To get ideas for the sword, I was trying to think of things that I associate with pumpkins, and I saw these pies, but I wanted to use them as these shoulder paladins, and that helped me come up with what I want for this guy. So I'm going to start attaching tongues to his sword, as in he collects them. They're going to be tied. I kind of imagine this as like a pumpkin or a jack-o'-lantern come to life, seeking revenge for its brethren being harvested and eaten and turned into pies. So he's collecting farmer tongues, most likely. Adding some blood dripping off of it. And then I just couldn't get this pose to work. Sometimes the models don't bend how I want them to without looking unnatural. I wanted him to be this terrifying, stalking figure dragging this long, great sword behind him, but it didn't work out. But I'm happy it didn't, because then I got to come up with this interesting pose and create more of a scene. Instead of slowly lumbering towards, he's going to be vaulting over this gravestone. I love this one. It's very Halloween to me. So I turned the opacity down for the poncho. I think it works. It looks a little transparent. I wanted to add a lantern as a light source, potentially dropped and abandoned by its owner as they were fleeing. And there he is. It's pretty terrifying. I just like the amount of action that's in this one. I guess I wanted my characters to have more dynamic poses this round. Happy Halloween, everybody. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.